We got to mention the Rangers trade, BT. It is now official. Chris Kreider accepted the deal to go to Anaheim as the Rangers begin breaking up the core. I know Ranger fans are emotional. This had to happen. Unfortunately, and yeah, he's an all-time great Ranger, the all-time leader in playoff goals, third in the regular season. Maybe one day they do retire the number 20 to the rafters. I'm sure that will happen one day down the road here. I'm not sad about it because this group had more than enough opportunity to get the job done, and they just could not do it. So this had to happen. I'm glad that he accepted the trade, even with the no-trade clause, and the Ducks were one of the teams that was on his no-trade clause. So this is the first piece. Now I want Zibanejad out of here. I hate to be, harsh about it, but the reality is the Rangers were not winning the Cup with the group. We saw that. They failed. So love you, Kreider, but, it's time to build a new team here, a team that could go out there and try to win a Stanley Cup. And then the drought since 1994 and take advantage of having the best goaltender in the game, and Igor Shesterkin. I can't get emotional and hold on to these guys. This is the best hockey move that Chris Drury could have made.
I think a lot of fans feel differently, though. Not that they don't know that it's the right move deep down, because, listen, I don't know that he ever replicates what he did a couple of years ago when he had 26 power plays, led the league, 52 goals. Played, I think, basically every single game. That was, 21, 22. It's been diminished production so far, and the Rangers just need an obvious reset. So, yeah, I get it, but I think the emotion, you're different with us, with this stuff. You don't let the emotion seep in. A lot of people do. He's going to be missed. A great Ranger.
I did when I was younger, but I think if you let the you can't.
I'm not saying you let it get in the way of a trade, if you're running the Rangers.
Right.
But I think Ranger fans right now, oh, man.
Now, look, I'm sure my nephew is upset about this trade, but he's 11 years old. The time had to come. You have to make this. I'm not saying I don't understand it. I do understand the emotion to it. This is the right move. They need to move on at some point. It just wasn't working. How many times are you going to bang your head against the wall and say, okay, well, we love Kreider, can't let Kreider go? No, those are the tough decisions that can make you all of a sudden much better as an organization sooner. It failed. He wouldn't have been the first guy for me to go, but there's a reason why he's wanted by the Ducks. They needed to shed that salary, $6.5 million for the next couple of years, each year in the next 2 years. Mika next. When they trade Mika, it sucks. It's sad. I'm more emotionally sad about the fact that they came up short all these years. That's what bothers me.
I get it. So,
if the Knicks could trade Patrick Ewing, yes, for an equivalent.
Yeah.
And Ewing was far better to the Knicks organization than Chris Kreider was to the Rangers organization. At some point,
but that crushed me when they traded him. Even though
me too,
the best move would have been to let him stay, let the contract expire, and then they would have reset their finances. Instead, they tried to rebuild on the fly.
I hated that move at the time. This is different, though.
No, I know it is. Well, first of all, Kreider's got a whole lot more game than Patrick did when he was dealt. There's no doubt. So I guess the only question, and I'd like to know your answer here. I trust Leon Rose to retool the Knicks however they need to retool them. We've talked about that. You trust Drury?
I do.
Okay.
And I know I might be in the minority here. I know Hoff can't stand him.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because I think a lot of people don't agree with that.
You know why I trust him? Right or wrong, every general manager is going to make some bad moves. Chris Drury is decisive. He has shown, and he's shown a callous nature to his decision-making, which sometimes can be a detriment. I happen to like that. When you're the front office, you're president of the team, and you got to make these tough decisions, you should not let emotion get involved.
Agreed with that.
About what the fans are thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's been callous. The way he handled Trouba, now I know that some people were saying, well, that was a detriment inside that locker room. Well, then to me, that's on the players in the locker room. And it's on Drury to identify the ones who aren't responding, get them out. They hired the right coach in Sullivan. He's a proven winner. I like his pedigree. And yes, I do. To sum it up, I do trust Chris Drury.
Okay, here you go. All right.
Now, we'll find out what's going to happen here, and this will be his last chance to build this thing back up, you would think, but I do trust Drury.